whether Adam was to abstain from eating from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. He was to abstain to the glory of God. He was to do all that he was called to do with the aim and goal in mind to glorify God. Even after the fall, man would now have that evangelical responsibility of what? Of maintaining and focused upon the promise that God was going to provide a Redeemer to pay for their sin. And they were to look with an eye to that promise, to God fulfilling that promise, all to the glory of God, and then abstain from any and everything that would hinder and hamper them keeping that promise and maintaining that promise. Now, brothers and sisters, this concept, this idea that I'm setting before you is fundamental to the rest of these lectures. It is fundamental. We talk about this idea of conscience and liberty. Paul here, in discussing the use of Christian liberty, particularly in matters like eating meat sacrificed to idols, that's the context of the verse, he warns that liberty must not be used in a way that causes others to stumble. The principle of verse 31 functions as a moral capstone in this argument. And we, as I've already said, in any possible argument. Because the goal in and of itself for Paul is not simply to convey knowledge. It's not simply to convey theology. It's not simply to convey to the congregants how much he knows, but that they and he would all glorify God. And brothers and sisters, it's impossible to glorify God with a damaged conscience, a bad conscience,